We're live.
Okay, perfect. Hello, I am apologize for hearing me. Anyways, hey everybody, welcome to the Sonic R Show, where we be talking with Domestic Maid about her artwork, how she got started, whatnot. She is a talented artist who specializes mostly in Sonic, which is why there goes Chris, and which is why she is here. Domestic, please introduce yourself.
Hi, so I'm Domestic. I go by Domestic Maid. Like he said, I'm pretty much a Sonic artist. I'm also a Mario artist. So if you like then
I knew there was something else. I was like, she does something else. What is I think it's Mario, but I don't want to be too sure. But anyways.
Yeah. I pretty much draw both. I come and go. So if you guys like both franchises, then you guys are gonna pretty much enjoy the content that I do, because I mainly focus on those two since they're my favorite characters, and it's been like my childhood growing up with them. So lately I'm gonna be starting drawing a little bit more Mario though, because the Mario movie, and I don't know if you guys seen it, but that Mario movie's so good. So woohoo.
I'm going to. You make me and Cookie Star very happy being a fan of both.
Yeah. Yes, and of course, as you've heard, I am joined by the wonderful Kevin. So before we get started, I want to spoil the entire movie just by one word. Peach. Okay, I'm done. Anyways, we can move on with the I had to do it. I wanted to do it.
How did you get started? What got you into Sonic and Mario, and what got you started with drawing?
Okay, so it all started with, let's move all the way back to Mario. So I started out playing the NES with the first Mario game, the Mario Bros. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
Super Mario Bros. Yes, the classic NES game. So I had that, and I started playing it as a kid. I was probably like 4 or 5 years old when I played that. It was very hard, but I ended up enjoying it regardless. I don't know. I think it was the music that caught me like going or something. But growing up, I slowly ended up liking Mario. And because art was my talent ever since I picked up a pencil, like a few of the artists out there, I decided to start drawing Mario. And every time I went to school, I would draw Mario, or every time I was at home, I would draw Mario or the other characters that I liked from that franchise. Sometimes I would buy the official guidebook that they used to have back in the day, and I would just copy the poses that they had, like the artworks. That was mostly for the artworks, not for the gameplay guides for that. So, in a way, I ended up practicing the style daily, and it got me to the point that I actually did enjoy drawing Mario. Well, actually, no, scratch that. I didn't enjoy drawing him because he was really hard to draw when I was super young. But I ended up drawing a bunch of Luigi and Toads and Yoshis because they were simple for me.
I don't understand that. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you had more fun drawing Luigi than Mario, even though they're basically, you just have to make one skinnier. That doesn't make any sense. They're literally both the same character, if you think about it. One just has a different type of mustache, and he's thinner and green. That's it.
I know. It's crazy because every time I drew Mario, I was never happy with it. For some reason, he looked like his head looked too big, or the angle that I was drawing him would look very weird. And for some reason, Luigi was a lot easier because, I don't know, maybe because he was skinnier, I guess, like you said. But I ended up, during my teenage years, and I ended up trying again with Mario. So I'm like, okay, well, he's really fun. He's more fun to draw than Luigi, I honestly now. So I just had like that dilemma going on when I was younger. But anyways, for Sonic, I ended up playing Sonic Heroes as my first game, because I had the GameCube controller since 2004, and that was one of the first games that popped in my head, and I saw it in advertisements. That game was so fun. That's when I ended up liking Sonic for a while. And then afterwards, I totally forgot about Sonic during my teenage years, and I began liking Mario games and playing more Mario games. So then afterwards, it wasn't until 2008 when my younger sister ended up buying Sonic Underground, the series, and I watched it, and I was very fascinated by it. I was like, will they reunite with their mother? This story is really good. So
You see
I
the
ended
show,
up,
you know the answer to that.
yeah. So I was totally hooked about that. They only had 4 episodes on that DVD set. So I wanted to buy the whole series. So I ended up going to Best Buy, getting myself the whole
Best
series that
Buy.
they had at the time. Yeah. And I ended up binge watching all of the episodes in hopes to see like a good ending at the very end. But
Nope.
for you guys that already saw or already know, you know what happened. There was nothing going on about that. I was sad, but because of that, I ended up liking Sonic. Oh, I began to become a true Sonic fan because I don't know. There's something about the characters I enjoy. I always drew them and mimic their style. For especially for Sonic Underground, I was like, oh man, like Sonic is really cool. Then I thought, like, is there more? And then that's when I ended up looking that there was a Sat AM cartoon, and then they had the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. So I bought those two at Best Buy. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna binge watch all of these, and I enjoyed it. That's when I began to realize, like, dang, I really like Sonic. Sonic's so cool, and it just went like I drew Sonic religiously afterwards because I felt like he was so like such an easy character to draw, and but yeah, I would always draw him every day. Like I would draw him more than Mario, I would tell you that. But it wasn't until 2011 when I decided to show my art out there online because I didn't know we had fan art that we can post online. I was so new to that to that extent. So then I asked myself, well, I know how to draw. I feel like I'm skilled enough to show my artwork to the people. So let me just give it a shot and see how it goes from there. And from there, from 2011, I opened a DeviantArt account named as Domestic Hedgehog. It's more like a reference to Sonic Underground. Most the siblings were just calling themselves like Sonic Hedgehog, Sonia Hedgehog, you know. So I'm like, okay, Domestic Hedgehog it is. That's when I started my OC domestic. And from there, I just kept on drawing and drawing, and I saw people liking my art. And here I am now with 14K followers on Twitter, and now I successfully hit it 10K on Instagram. So I'm very proud on that success, and I'm very glad that a lot of the people out there, they're very supportive and they like my art and they like everything that I do. So yeah, I'm very thankful.
Yeah,
That's the
everybody
whole
give her a
history.
round of applause. Like she just come so far. I'm proud of her.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been following like pretty much ever since you first started out on Twitter. So I've seen the improvement of in your art like over the year.
Yes, yeah, I know you witnessed it. I remember I saw you more constantly commenting on my art. So like, oh yeah, thank you, you know. So yeah, like you pretty much saw that I had raffles going on like every milestone and every single time. I was like so happy to reach that 10K on Twitter, like when I finally reached it, and now I'm like 14. So yeah, I'm still grinding, but yeah, I'm very happy to get to this point right now.
It looked like Ultimate had to step away for a moment. But
I'm back.
are there any drawings that you're most proud of at all?
That will be my recent drawings. I don't have a specific favorites or anything, but I really do enjoy drawing characters that are like in the official artwork style because that's the most one of the most drawings that I'm more proud of, and it actually it has more engagement with people. It gives them more a nostalgic feeling depending on the style that I draw. Like for instance, there was this one time where I drew Sonic and Jet riding skateboards, and I drew them in the Greg Martin style. So in a way, I wanted to throw in some nostalgic vibes, but as a what if Jet was Sonic's rival in the 90s. So I thought it was a really cool concept. I was pretty proud of that one. And yeah, just throwing out some ideas for the most part to see what other creative ideas I can think of, and I just draw it, whatever comes to mind.
I gotta share the chat the Super Mario Brothers Super Show style that you do and with the Mario movie. I had to do a double take, and because I seriously thought it was like something out of the show. I'm like, no, this is kind of like, what did you do?
Yeah. Let me tell you, I totally forgot to mention this on my in the beginning, but there was a time on that point in time when I bought all those Sonic Underground stuff on the Best Buy. I ended up buying the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. They had it on there too, and I binge watched those as well. That was before I ended up buying Sonic, but I fell in love with that show that I ended up mimicking the style, and that's why you guys see that it's a little bit accurate to the style. And it occurred to me to be like, you know what? I should draw this scene in the Mario Brothers Super Show. Like I used to draw that style before. I think I still got it. So I ended up like drawing it, and because, well, the Mario rap song was in that on that scene, so it was gonna captivate a lot of us with nostalgia, or whoever's like a Mario fan, they would enjoy it. Yeah. But yeah, that's another part of my that's one of my proudest artworks that I had as well.
Well, you guys cookie started something. Yeah, ultimately, do you want to ask the next question?
Yeah. Out of both the Mario characters and these Sonic characters, which ones are the most difficult to draw?
The most difficult to draw for Sonic characters, it will be like the robotic one. So like
Omega.
I kind of Omega, yeah. I kind of shy away from Omega and Metal Sonic, even though Metal Sonic is kind of like easy. But I just don't like drawing mechanical or robots or anything about that. I would say Eggman. No, not really. Not Eggman. I drew him a couple of times. He's not that bad. But I would say him and Vector, because of his big old like mouth. So I still need to work on that. Or maybe one of these days I'll just challenge myself, like, you know what, I'll just go for it. I'll just draw like robots and Vector. In terms of Mario, not that I can think of at the moment. Oh wait, yeah, there is one. Bowser, apparently. His face is really hard to draw, so especially if I want to draw him in an expression, I can't seem to translate that into his mean form, you know. But the Mario movie has gave me more of a leverage to understand how his expression will work out.
Yeah,
if
I was
want to
suggest that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the only character that I had difficult with for both franchises.
I'm curious, what is one thing you've always wanted to draw, but you haven't gotten the opportunity to do so yet?
I have a bunch of ideas that I have drawn on paper, and I never got a chance to do them. I believe, I like if I were to like I just have so many ideas in regards to Mario and Sonic, but in terms of your question, I can easily say like drawing like other franchises out there. There has been a time when I wanted to draw some Dragon Ball Z art. I wanted to get around it, but then I just gave up on it. It's like, I'm going back to Mario and Sonic. But yeah, there's usually a lot of possibilities to draw art, especially from other franchises, just to expand other characters out there and see and challenge myself on what I wanna like, what I can draw, what I can't draw. But yeah, usually I just have ideas drawn on paper, and I usually get back to those. But some of them, the ideas are too old, and I'm like, I don't think this is gonna work out. And after all.
Whatever you come up with in the future, I look forward to seeing that.
Oh, yes, of course. I know you always look forward to see everything. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ultimate, did you want to ask the next question?
Yes. Let me see. When it comes to drawing, what aspect of a character is the easiest and the most difficult to draw? Like, hands or face or leg. I don't know.
Okay, so that's a very good question. Hands will be
Well,
one
Kevin
of them,
wrote it.
yes.
So
That's like the
Kevin
most
wrote it.
common one. Sorry?
I said I can't take all the credit. Kevin wrote that question, so.
Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, hands will be one of the main reasons why a lot of artists will struggle. But yeah, that will be one of them. Secondly, I think my challenge right now would be drawing some dynamic shots or perspective, because I would like to expand my skills to make it more interesting in a way, like all my other drawings. I have been comparing in the past few years on my drawings from before and now is slowly improving in terms of dynamic, but I have noticed that I just go the easy route, just have them stand there and do like a simple pose, which is to be honest, is a really boring concept, but it's an easy thing to draw if you want to get it over with quick. But there is those are the main areas that I want to work on, especially specifically for the poses and hands. I guess feet will be one of them, but I usually just draw shoes, so I don't have much of a problem there. But other than that, everything else seems fine. If we're talking about background, yeah, that's the biggest challenge. That is a huge barrier for me when it comes to drawing like a full picture or illustration. And the background has so much potential, but it's difficult for me to it's difficult to just to draw it overall.
I'm curious, what drawing program do you use? And if I may piggyback off of that, how do you mimic the various styles, like Super Mario Brothers, Super Show, and Superstar Saga, and so forth?
Oh, okay, man. I wish I had the computer to show you guys while I was streaming, but that might be in like another time, or if I ever have time to show it on video, I can. But I use Paint Tool Sai, so that's like the main tool that I use for a lot of years. I started out as Photoshop, but I didn't like it, so I ended up doing Paint Tool Sai at 2015, 2016. I fell in love with it because it's such an easy program for me to use. And from here on, I have been using the same exact program for years to come. Now, for the Mario Brothers Super Show, or any type of style is very simple, really. Like I just try to mimic as accurate as I can with their facial expressions, their poses. I have to try to save a lot of references or a lot of pictures and put them all to the side on the canvas, so that way I have an idea on how the position will look like, or how the expression will look like on Mario or Luigi if I were to draw it like that. And then the easiest part would be the coloring, because the coloring is literally on the screenshot. So I just use the color picker, pick out all the colors that is there, especially since it's base color. So it's way easier than that. And I just color it and it looks exactly like the show. Just keep in mind, if anybody's trying to draw style, when you're drawing the line art, just make sure that the line art is exactly like how the reference is showing. Because if you do a lot of variances, then it's going to look a little bit off in a way. So, but there's also practice sketches if you want to practice the style first, and then you can start doing full-on pictures to implement your skills afterwards. I would recommend doing that. Now, backgrounds are still really hard to do, but I will use an airbrush tool. Like, for example, for that Mario one, I ended up using just a simple brush tool, something that will soften it up. Nothing too fancy. I did use some airbrushes here and there to give it a little bit of texture or filter, and to filter like the whole entire canvas. I do open up a program called Clip Studio Paint. The reason is because Sai does not have the effects that I need to make that screenshot looking variations. So I go there and start doing color corrections, duplicate, do Gaussian blur, and just do my best to make it look as screenshotable as possible. There is some tutorials floating around, so I try to use those resources in case I'm stuck about something, or just Google them on YouTube.
When I, as the audience, had to do a double take and think, is this really from the show? Oh no, it's Santa. That leaves me impressed.
Yeah, if you see like any artwork that is somewhat official, you're gonna know it's me. Especially if it's Mario or Sonic. But I think it's Mario will be something that I'm focusing on right now. So if you see anything that's official and you see it by me, then yeah, it's official from me.
I could
Like
see
official
jumping up and down right now. But yeah, go ahead, Ultimate.
Sorry, like official as in like licensed by Nintendo or just
Oh, I mean, like, it's official from the style of Nintendo, but I drew it. If that makes sense.
Okay. Just no, hey, Nintendo just decided to endorse my work. Yeah, that's fine. No, actually, it's just me copying. Okay, that's fine. All right, my question: what's your favorite Mario character? What's your favorite Sonic character? This is fun because I get to ask of two franchises. I never get to do this.
Okay. So my favorite character for Sonic is Sonic himself. I'm always attached to the main characters. That's just me. I'm just the main character person.
Had his own game. I'm sorry, but Shadow had his own games.
I mean, Shadow's not really for me. Like, I like Shadow, but he's not really like that type of character. Like, oh, I really like him. He's really cool. But for me, it's Sonic. Like, honestly.
Okay, so then I'm gonna take another stab and say that Mario is your favorite character in the Mario franchise.
Yes, but also Peach. So those two go like
hand in hand.
Those two together, they're my favorite characters.
They go hand in hand, hint.
Yes, those two are my favorite characters. So, I really like Peach a lot more than Mario, I would say. I don't know why, but I do buy a lot of merchandise when it comes to like Peach merch, and especially when those fan merch artists they draw or they make something cool about Peach. I'm like, oh, I want that. It looks so cute. I love that. But
hold on one sec. Oh, okay. Jack Black wants to know your location.
My location?
It's a joke. Dang nabbit. I knew that was gonna fall flat. Could Jack Black voice Bowser in the movie? You said you were a big fan of Peach and a bunch of Peach merchandise. It's not funny when you have to explain it. That fell flat. Anyways, moving on. Let's see. I think my next question for you would be: do you have any advice for any aspiring artists who want to like either be like you, I guess?
Well, I would just say practice every day that you can. I know that it sounds very repetitive, but trust me, if you really want to succeed and you really want to improve your art skills, I will say start by drawing something very simple. I started out drawing simple cartoon characters back in the day, especially the ones from Cartoon Network. They have like the simple shapes that they had. It was easier for me to draw it. And I would just say just continue practicing. Make sure that everybody is also learning something new as they're drawing as well, because if you guys keep drawing the same thing over and over, that's nice, but it's not progressing to improvement. So if you want to improve and develop the skill that you want to go, I would say as high as you go, just continue doing that pace, but also continue learning. That's the most important part.
All right.
All great words of advice. I don't have any other initial questions on my end unless you have any ultimate before we call up audience members.
Well, let's see. This is a question I don't get to hear. This is the first time I'm ever going to ask this, actually. It's about the Mario movie. I know you've seen it. So what was your reaction to hearing that Chris Pratt voiced Mario? And then how did you feel about his performance after you had seen the movie?
Well, honestly, Chris Pratt kept us in suspense for so long, so I was just like, okay. I mean, I was trying to find like some resources that maybe he has some cartoon vibe into him. And I was like, I cannot imagine Mario hearing this, but that should be interesting. I had no hate with the guy. I mean, I'm sure he was talented enough to make something good about it. But yeah, I was pretty on the fence about it, about how that was going to work out. But at the same time, I was very curious. So by the time I saw him or I heard his voice in the movie, I was like, his voice is really good, honestly, in the movie. He sounds like Mario. I would say he sounds like Mario. Was there another question? Because I totally forgot.
No, they're you cover. I think you covered both because you covered what you felt like after you heard his performance.
Oh yeah. I really liked his performance overall. I enjoyed like every single of the cast. I loved everybody.
Okay, cool. All right, I've got no more questions on my end.
All right, so let's call up audience members. If you have a question for Domestic, please raise your hand or ping us for the text question. Ultimate, why don't you go first? Call first. Ultimate?
Oh, you want me to choose first?
Yeah, I want you to go first. Call.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Somebody hasn't come up here in a while. Oh, you're new. I'm the coolest. No, you're wrong. I'm the coolest. Anyways, what's your question?
Hello.
Hello.
So my question is, how long did it take you to be like an artist? Like, how long? It's like another question.
Yeah. Like how long I became an artist?
Yeah.
I would say since 5 years old. I ended up drawing since I was a kid, and I ended up but with so many years drawing. So here I am now. So I would say 25 years.
Oh,
wow.
Shoot. That's a long time.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, that's a long time. Yeah, you're right.
Did that answer your question okay?
Yes, that did.
Yeah, thank you for your question.
Thank you.
No problem. All
right, Kevin Meister.
Wow, Jack of heard to call me.
Pronouncing Burgermeister, Meisterburger. Anyways, I'll stop.
Cookie Star, I see you jumping up and down and waving your hand frantically, just like, I have
to the audience member, whoever got that reference.
Yeah, come up here, Cookie Star.
Yes, Cookie, stop yelling and screaming.
Aloha.
Hello, no. Aloha.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Zombie. How are you?
Hello.
So, anyways, my question. This is a general question for the Mario and Sonic fans out there. Which of each is your favorite game so far?
Oh, that's a good one. My favorite game for Sonic, it would be Sonic Unleashed. That game is, I don't know, it hits home for me, and that it inspires me to travel someday, honestly, because of this awesome concept that Sonic Unleashed had to provide for the players. For Mario, I would say Mario Odyssey. That's the newest Mario game. So I don't know, I find it a lot of fun. Again, it's similar to the traveling thing. I think that's also hitting home. And that's probably one of my main goals in life, just to travel around the world.
I knew that we were the same person. Those are literally my favorite too.
Hey, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh my God, seriously, that's amazing. Love your art, by the way.
That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your question. The answer. Thank you.
Of
Thanks,
course.
guys. No problem.
All right, Domestic, would you like to call up the next person that has their hand raised?
Sure. Let's see. I'm terrible at pronouncing names, but I see one called Amadeus.
Amadeus the cat.
Amadeus? Yeah.
Amanda's. Yes, we're calling up Amanda's the cat. Hello, Amanda's. What is your question?
Hey, what's your question, Amadeus?
You know this.
Hello.
So my question is, what would you say is your favorite indie video game?
My indie video game?
Your favorite indie video game, yeah. Your favorite one.
Independent
Like
developer.
independent, like not Nintendo, not Sega,
independent.
not
Yeah,
whoever.
independent. Like Cuphead, Undertale, you know.
If you guys seen my artworks lately, well, not lately, but a few years back, it would be Shantae. That one's my favorite indie game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good
I'm pretty
game.
sure I remember you saying that Shantae was a bit of an inspiration for your character design.
Yes, it was. It looks similar now that you mention it. But yeah, she was heavily inspired for me to create a human OC for domestic. So it has a lot of Shantae vibes for that.
I even made
yeah.
made art. I remember I even made art about like how this kind of looks similar to something. With Shantae.
Yeah. I heard a lot of people saying the same thing. Oh, this reminds me of Shantae. That's because she is inspired by Shantae.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nothing wrong with that or anything. It's just that I find an inspiration of that character, and yeah, I really like the way it's designed. Oh, but in terms of the game, yeah, I really enjoyed all of them. I have all 5 of them, and I'm also a collector of Shantae series. So yeah, I have a bunch of limited run stuff and the little what's called the Funko Pops and yeah, everything.
I remember I only played Half Genie Hero and Pirate's Curse, but those games are so fun.
Yeah, those 2 are really good. Yes, you pretty much are playing the good ones.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I mean,
not saying that the other ones are bad.
And I've also been getting into Pizza Tower lately, so there's that.
Oh my god, yeah, Pizza Tower is so good.
I know. I haven't played Pizza Tower actually.
I haven't actually because I don't have a PC, sadly. But dang,
I know.
Tower is just so unique.
Yeah, I let my sister play it on the PC. I bought it for her, and that game looks so fun. I'm like, I can't wait until it's on the Switch or whatever console it's gonna be because I cannot play games on the PC like at all. So I'll just rather wait until I just pick up a controller.
And I even remember you drew like Peppino Spaghetti meeting Courage the Cowardly Dog and Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Yes, because he has that Cartoon Network vibes. I don't know. I think it's me, maybe.
Yeah, it gives me like these old 90s Cartoon Network Nickelodeon look.
Mm-hmm. I think that's exactly what they were aiming for. I have that type of design.
Heck, sometimes at some points it even made me think of like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Because of his running animation.
That and like Mr. Stick made me think of the weird salesman guy.
Yeah, that's how he looks so familiar. I was like, where have I seen them? I'm glad you brought it up because that's exactly where I saw this character.
Yeah, Wes Weasley.
Uh-huh.
Well, that pretty much answered my question. See ya.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Before just real question for me, real quick. Before we call up the next audience, did you ever play a fan game called Super Mario Brothers Forever? I'm sure I'm going to butcher the studio name. It's by Bullseye Games.
I have not. What is that about, if you don't mind me asking?
It's a Super Mario Brothers fan game. It's actually very well done. After the panel, I'll link it to you. Yeah,
link it to me. I have heard a lot of fan games out there for Super Mario, but I don't think I have heard that one.
Oh, okay. Very good one. But anyway, why don't you call up the next person?
Alrighty. Not a lot of options. Prankster. Although I'm going to insanely regret this.
You are not going to regret this ever, Alden.
Yes, I am. I already did. What's your question?
Okay.
Fire away.
I got the question for you. All right.
That's the question. Okay.
So, other than the the Mario and Sonic style, do you have any other like favorite video game like art styles that you like?
I gotta think hard for that one. Because that's all I play. Play like Mario and Sonic games. I guess I would say the indie ones that the other user was mentioning. So basically, I really like the art style for Shantae. I really enjoy doing drawing that one. I also enjoy drawing the Cuphead style. I love that style a lot.
Yes, the
Um,
old 1930s rubber hosey style. That's my thing.
Yes, exactly. There's a lot of like great styles out there. That's open opportunities to try. But yeah, I believe I have drawn the Cuphead style before. Now that you mentioned it, so
It's real.
yeah.
I've drawn it so many times before, and I absolutely love it. It's kind of how I got started. A bit of like the fan drawings I do, especially the ones for Ultimate.
Oh, I
What?
see.
I make fan drawings of you like all the time. Remember on April Fools?
I do
I made
remember.
like a bunch of fan art for that. Ironic enough, I do actually have a surprise. I think you're actually gonna like Ultimate, so I'm gonna get back to
Well, you'll have to
working
show
on
him
that.
after the panel.
No.
But thank you for your
Y'all have a
question.
wonderful day, and good night, everybody.
Alrighty.
Heard that in Yakko's voice too.
boy.
Oh boy.
Let me try.
We have two more.
I haven't
hands
warmed
to
up. Hold on.
So I mean, the method would choose the last people. Sally, come on up.
Good night, everybody. That was not my best. I apologize.
Sally had to go.
I was gonna say the Mario line, and it's a me, Mario. Hello, everybody.
I'm sorry, you did it wrong. It's me, a Mario.
Oh, God damn. I'm sorry, but your plumber is in another castle.
Wow, I see what you did there. Anyway, what's your question, Sally?
Actually, I actually do have a question. First off, it's an honor to meet you, domestic maid.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
I believe I followed you on Twitter for just like maybe like a year ago. That I still remember that you made the Shantae a picture, and I was like, oh my god, she's really good. But as Shantae,
Oh, which Shantae picture, if you don't mind me asking, because I have drawn a lot of them in the past.
I think it was the one that from the Half Genie Hero, I guess. That's I kind of forgot.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I've drawn that style a lot back in the day.
Ooh, oh, nice. All right, so I actually have a favorite question. Since we both like Mario, Sonic, and Shantae,
Hey!
what is your favorite music from Mario, Sonic, and Shantae games?
Ooh, my goodness. For Sonic, let's see. Oh, the Sonic. I'm terrible at remembering titles, but I would just say like all the Sonic Frontiers lately. I've been listening to the whole track nonstop, especially the cyber levels, and the one where he turns supersonic and he's like fighting all the other bosses. Like all those songs, they're so good. They're so good. It hits home. For Mario, I like the Jump Up Superstar from Mario Odyssey. I also like the Bowser's Fury music that they added in. I would say all of them. Yeah, it's
Wow.
so sick. I like the one where he fights Bowser. That one's really sick.
It is.
And,
Even the final battle with Bowser, that you had to chase him. The music was like so hyped up.
Like, which
Yes,
game was
yes.
this?
The Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's
Bowser's
Fury.
Fury. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bowser's Fury. It is so good. If you haven't played it, I recommend you playing it.
I've played 3D World. I've not played Bowser's Fury yet.
You should play it Ultimate.
I know I do. I know I have to.
All right, but you haven't say your Shantae music that you like.
The Shantae. Let's see. I would say I just like the Pirate's Curse. The what's it called? I just like the soundtrack for Pirate's Curse. To be honest, I don't have like a specific favorite for that one. I also like the Dance Through the Danger if you're going with the vocals parts for
Oh
Half
yeah,
Genie Hero. Yeah.
that music is the best. Yes, I was like
Yeah.
singing along.
Wouldn't that be cool if they had that song play like for the end of the boss or the boss music instead of having it in the beginning?
Ooh, that would be amazing. As
Yes.
I do have 3 favorite songs from Mario, Sonic, and Shantae. For Mario, it is the Honeyloon Ridge. They had to escape from the moon and keep out the wall and take the plunge.
Oh my god, I love that one. Yes.
Yeah, that one's my favorite. That you get to play as Bowser.
Yeah, that was such a shocker. It was such a surprise to see him play it, like see him turn into Bowser, and you have to be Bowser, and then you have like a new track coming in. It's like, oh my god, that part was so good.
All right, and for Sonic, I also like Frontiers because the Titan bosses. Oh, my favorite one. I gotta go for is 3 of them, but for one music that I like, it is the Find Your Flame, the night boss.
The night boss.
Yes. That one's really good. Yes.
It is. Shout outs to Tyler Smith that made that song. It is a banger. And
it is a banger.
And for Shantae, I gotta go for the first stage, the Scuttle Town.
The classic.
Yeah, I just like
which version?
The Half Genie Hero version, and this is my favorite vibe.
I think they had that one for Smash, didn't they?
They did when they added a Shantae costume.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I thought so. Also, question for you. What do you think of the Sky Sanctuary music and the level for the Sonic Frontiers?
We have gone completely off track, ladies and gentlemen.
So after this question, we'll need to move on to the next
I'm just curious.
I'll take the answer. It was godlike because I absolutely love the Sky Sanctuary because it's actually my favorite since Sonic and Knuckles. It was Kevin's favorite and also mine as well.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
The music here is really cool, by the way. Just wanted to brought that up.
Thank you. Thank you for questions.
We do got to move on to the next person. Thank you for your question, Sally.
No problem.
Domestic, why don't you choose next?
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and choose Alice.
Yo,
Alice, how's it going?
It's going great.
I told you because it's purple.
Purple. Yeah, purple is my favorite color. That's why I have a purple profile picture.
Yeah, I can tell. I like purple, so I saw that. I'm like, okay, let's pick purple.
Yeah. So my question is, well, before I ask, do you watch anime?
That's a very good question, and surprisingly, I do not. I'm not really a huge fan of anime. The only anime I watched was Sailor Moon, like one of those old ones, like Sailor Moon. I tried to watch Dragon Ball Z, but I haven't really like binge watched like the whole thing. I did watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure until like parts 1 through I will say 1 through 4. But the rest of the parts I haven't watched that because due to time. And I did watch a little bit of Attack on Titan. Not like the whole series, but maybe like 5 episodes. And there's another anime that I used to watch called Osomatsu-san. I really liked that show. It had such a unique cartoony style. So yeah, at the time I don't really watch that much anime, honestly. Just a few, and I don't end up watching like the whole entire series.
Ah, I see. Because I just started watching Attack on Titan. I'm on.
Mhm.
I am basically on episode 4 right now. I'm on season 1, and I'm about to watch episode 5 as soon as I finished it.
Okay.
And as long I really love anime, I don't know if I'm probably gonna get her name wrong, but my favorite character in Attack on Titan right now, her name starts with an M and it ends with an A. I'm probably gonna pronounce it wrong.
Mikasa.
Oh yeah,
Mikasa, right?
Yeah, Mikasa. She's the greatest.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
Basically,
very cool.
yeah, her personality is just amazing. Like, and she also like even though I haven't watched fully yet, she's like caring about her family. She even cares about her brother. Like, she just wants her brother to survive for their family.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah, he's an interesting character. Yeah.
Yeah,
we should move on to the next person. Thank you for your question, Alice.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Alrighty. Ultimate, would you like to call off the next person? Looks like there's 3 more hands
Yes,
raised.
sure. Remind me again when we're ending.
Shoot, why don't we take the last 3 questions?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with Rainboom.
Hello.
Hello, domestic. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking.
Of course, of course.
So
What is your
anyway,
question?
I have a question to you. You domestic, what is your most likely favorite character of both Mario and Sonic characters?
My favorite character?
And both Mario and Sonic characters.
Yes, this question has already been brought up earlier today, but in case you missed it, I would say for Sonic, it would be Sonic himself. And for the Mario, my favorite character would either be Mario or Peach.
Ooh, I love Mario, Sonic, and Princess Peach too.
Well, that's good. Yeah, they're very good characters.
Yeah, especially with my favorite green boy Luigi. And
Oh,
Tails
yes.
too.
Yeah, there's so many great characters in the franchises. Hard to pick one.
Indeed. There are too many to choose from when you think about.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely sure.
Did that answer your question okay, Rainbow?
Yup. That's my question.
Thank you for your question, Rainbow.
You're very
Thank you,
welcome.
thank you.
I'm gonna head for the audience now, and I'll see you all later.
So there's 2 tech questions. Well, we can speed run to. Let's see. Radar asked favorite enemy from both Mario and Sonic.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Radar asked favorite enemy from both Mario and Sonic.
Favorite anime?
Yeah.
As far as I know, the only anime I've seen is Sonic
No,
X.
enemy. Enemy.
Enemy,
Bad guy. Sorry.
Those are like Eggman, enemies, bad guys, evil guys, the dummies, the guys that do bad things, the bad guys, Dr.
enemy.
Starlight. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said
I'm so
anime.
sorry.
Okay. Enemy.
Let's work on our enunciation. I'm kidding.
Okay. My favorite enemies. It would be, well, of course, Dr. Eggman would be for Sonic, as well as I really like Scourge from the comics, and the Metal Sonic is also one of my favorite ones as well. For the Mario, obviously, it would be Bowser. And I think that's the only bad guy that we know of from the rest of the franchise for Mario. But
Well, they're his Koopalings and then the other like small enemies and bosses and stuff. But yeah, Bowser's
That's
the
true.
only big boss, to be
Yeah.
honest.
yeah, true. Yeah, those are the only characters that I like as enemies. So
Robert the Rabbit, excuse me. Is there an aesthetic that you like the most? Example, Ghibli or the 1980 anime.
I would say Ghibli. Ghibli's films are very unique and they're very detailed in terms of the animation, and it feels more. How would you say that? More real, I would say, because you can see that they're, let's say that they're cooking food, and you can see them actually making the food and cutting carrots, and I don't know, something about that just brings me joy with it as animation, and not only that, the story is also really good, and they have some unique imagination, like My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, Spirited Away would be one of my favorite films from Studio Ghibli. So yeah, I would say that those type of films are my favorite aesthetic.
And Kitty Cat asked, what video game franchises or TV shows do you like other than Sonic and Mario?
TV show?
Yeah, either a video game or TV show.
Oh, okay. So I don't have any for video games, but in terms of TV show, I used to watch a lot of Cartoon Network, so I'm pretty much a fan of that. I would say Ed, Edd and Eddy being one of my favorite cartoons of all time. And then there's also the Powerpuff Girls will come in second place. I love that show. It brings so much joy into my heart, and this it's kind of going to be a little bit of inspiration to adapt that to my OCs. So don't be surprised if you see some Powerpuff Girl aesthetic. Dexter's Lab will be another one, another great show. SpongeBob is something that I grew up with as well, and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Please, do not press the button. I'm sorry.
Thank you for that question, Kitty. I actually do have to leave. Chris is going to fill in for me, so come on up here, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Why don't you choose the next audience member and feel free to proceed with the question. So I will see you all later, and thank you for coming by, Domestic.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for your questions. Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Ultimate.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. They were, Chris is going to continue with the question. I was just saying thank you for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry. But anyway, go ahead, Chris. Choose the next person.
All right. Let's see. McLaurin,
Okay, go
I
ahead.
don't think they've been brought up yet, so let's bring them up.
Does look like it, yeah.
Come on up. You're muted, by the way. McLaurin? Okay, there we go.
Oh. How's it
Hello.
going? Hey there, everyone. It's like midnight over here in the British city of Manchester. So it's very late for me.
Make sure you get some rest.
Wow.
After your discussion, then.
Yeah, I'll get some rest. I need to get up in the next 6 hours anyway.
Anyway, so what's your question?
Well, I wanted to say, Domestic, what are your future plans for your OCs? Because I know you've got 3 of them right now. Any future plans for them that you might have?
Oh, thank you for asking that question. Yes, I do have plans to use my OCs. Basically, what I'm trying to do is trying to flesh out their personalities for the 3 maids that I have. And I want to expand that concept a little bit more in terms of either creating a cartoon show. I know it sounds very unrealistic right now, but you never know in the future. But I want to have one step at a time to create at least like a webcomic series about these characters and what they're going to do and what their situation is going to be, because I always wanted to create something for the audience out there that could possibly enjoy. And so I'm still, like I said, I'm still in the process of fleshing out these characters, and I'm going to try to see if I can continue by having so much time and writing in concepts and drawing the concepts as well. So that way I can start implementing it in like short comic panels in order for you guys to understand who the characters are and what their situation is going to be and so on and so forth. But yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I look forward to them when you release them.
Nice.
Can't wait to see them.
Thank you for your interest.
Yeah. That'll be it. Thanks, guys, for this, and I'll probably need to get some sleep now. It's really, really late.
Thank you so much. You have a good night.
Yeah, thank you very much. Right, see you. Peace
Bye.
out, everyone.
Good night.
Yeah.
Alright. How many more questions should we do before we do it?
I don't know. That part I was not completely clear on.
Let's
Think-
maybe do one more question then we'll end it there.
Okay. All right. I'll choose.
Alright.
All right.
Ba 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 ba. Yeah. You get up here right now. I'm gonna go find you. Okay, good.
You found me! No!
I mean, like in person, man.
You were supposed to ask, but you didn't ask. You kidnapped me.
Calm down.
Hang on a minute. I didn't kidnap you. That was Starline. Anyways,
Hey, nice to see you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
what's your question?
My question is, what got you in the Mario and Sonic franchise?
So, what got me into Mario is basically me playing the NES game from way back. The Super Mario Bros. Was the very first game that I played, and from there I fell in love with Mario until this point in time. Now, for Sonic, I would say I began with Sonic Heroes, but then I left it as a whole. Then I came back on 2008 with Sonic Underground, and from there I became a Sonic fan. So up to this point, I'm pretty much a fan of both the franchises.
That's
That's
actually
how
how
it
I
started.
started Sonic 2, actually. Sonic Heroes, actually, which is my favorite game of all time.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
I do planning on the future. Are you okay with people dubbing your comics?
I am perfectly okay with that. I have nothing against with the comics. It's just showing that you guys really support my work and you guys really like the idea. So and I understand that you guys also want to show your voice stuff. So I highly encourage you guys to use it anytime that you guys want, and just make sure that you guys give credit so that way they know that the actual source from the comic itself, it came from me.
Absolutely.
And also they know that you also did the voice of the characters. But yeah,
Thank you.
of course.
Well, have a good day.
Alright. Looks like that's all the questions we can have for today.
Oh.
Give a round of applause
All
to our
right.
guest here, Domestic.
All right. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you.
I give Kevin a big round of applause, even though he's not here. He was great while he was still here, and also giving a round of applause to Chris here for being a cool guy, I guess.
You're all cool.
No, I'm not cool. I'm ultimate. Anyway,
Round of applause.
The next panel coming up on the 30th of this month is Make Shadow Laugh. Make sure you guys
this is gonna be fun. I'm personally excited for it, and not for the reason you think. But yeah, we'll catch you all later. Thank you for coming. Goodbye.
All right. Bye-bye.